What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and I'm excited. I have the new Honor Magic 6 Pro. I've taken out the box, I've set up, played with it a little bit. I want to give you my honest first impressions. Let's go. Now, first things first, unboxing the phone. I am quite unhappy to see that Honor have gone down the typical route that Google, Samsung and Apple go down. Honor have now removed the charging brick and the included case from their box experience. So you get the phone, a SIM ejection tool, some manuals that nobody ever reads, and a cable. That's it. Now, I will say at this point, when you buy the Honor Magic 6 Pro, there are deals on a fast 100 watt UK charging brick and a rather nice protective case with a kickstand. Now, the plug itself is typically retailing at £50, and folks, believe it or not, a premium 100 watt charger like this is actually quite expensive, but when you buy the phone, you get this for £15. And with a case, £30 retail, but when you buy the phone, you get this for £10.50. So both of these things added with the phone cost me £875. Yes, that is over £500 cheaper than the equivalent storage version from Samsung and Apple. Bah! There it is. The Honor Magic 6 Pro in this green back. Now, it is a textured back to help with grip. And there is that absolutely delightful 6.8 inch Full HD Plus display. 120 Hz. As I said, I've set up already. I've downloaded all my apps. Took like 5 minutes to do, connecting it to my S24 Ultra. So, the body itself. Aluminium around the edges with a speaker on top and IR blaster. Yes, IR blaster included. You can see there the antenna lines for your 5G. On the left-hand side of the frame, nothing. Other than aluminium, nothing to see. On the bottom, USB-C, SIM ejection tray, and another speaker. Had someone in the comments say, are you sure there's dual speakers? Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure there's dual speakers, so there they are. Now, very quickly, on the right-hand side of the device, you got your power button and your volume rocker up and down. No slider on here like you would get on a OnePlus or a Vivo. Now, as far as unlocking the device, there's fingerprint, pattern, pin, and 3D face unlock. Basically, just like your iPhone, it has a time-of-flight sensor in there along with the camera to scan your face, so much more secure than your circular hole punch cutout that you get on the likes of the Samsung. So you can see the difference. And while I've got the Ultra here, you can see both displays are fantastic, bright, and more importantly, big. So, this dynamic island, oops, sorry, not dynamic island. This cutout works with certain apps to show you your music, for example, or you can expand an app or it'll show you maps. Now, I know I've seen that somewhere before, I just can't think where. Swiping down from the right hand side corner will bring you your quick toggles, and if you swipe down here you can access even more quick toggles. Again, this part looks quite similar to another device. I can't quite think where. It's important to know that this is Magic OS 8, so it does have some artificial intelligence in here, unlike Magic OS 7 and my Honor Magic V2. Now, a swipe down from the left-hand side will give you your notifications, and middle, I believe, yeah, notifications. So right-hand side for quick toggles, left-hand side or middle for notifications. This being Honor, no way to turn it off, but a swipe down anywhere else on the screen is going to give you the Honor Global Search, which, you kind of get used to. Now, on the display itself, A swipe to the left will bring up the Google feed. This is a global ROM, folks. For regular viewers of my channel, you'll know that I often buy Chinese ROMs that don't have the Google feed. This one does. And then, as mentioned, I always set up my phone with an app drawer rather than leaving them all on the home screen. I just think it looks tidier. Now, let's jump into the settings menu. I have made this bigger text for video purposes. I've also put in dark mode, which I believe is easier to see when recording on a YouTube video. So in here, you've got your On a Connect, you've got your more connections where you're going to get Android Auto, NFC payments. So yeah, full Google Pay, Android Auto is going to work here, no problem at all. And as far as mobile data, so your mobile networks, you can actually use eSIM on this. However, not all networks will support Honor. I am with Sky Mobile. They do eSIM for Apple, Samsung, Google, but they do not do eSIM for Honor. But if you look at Vodafone, 3 or E if you're in the UK, they'll support the Honor Magic 6 Pro. Now, home screen style, this is where you can select all your different wallpapers, your lock screen, your always on display. Oh, did I show you, by the way? I forgot to mention this. This is the phone locked, believe it or not. But you can still see your wallpaper. Again, I feel like I've seen that somewhere else. Fingerprint is good. The one thing I will say is it's quite low down. But hey ho, is what it is. Back into settings. So display and brightness. Now in here you can change from light to dark mode. Or just go auto brightness. You've got your text and display size, which I've put up. Fonts, you can download more fonts. You can also see here, you've got your screen resolution and your screen refresh rate. So I always keep these on dynamic or smart, but you can force it to go a high refresh rate if that floats your boat, or you can force it to go a high screen resolution, again, if that floats your boat. Now, all the other menus, basically the same. The one thing I want to bring up here is the battery. I am at 11%. I am purposely draining this phone to dead, because I believe the Honor Magic 6 Pro is going to be the best battery flagship on the planet. It's a 5,600 milliamp hour battery with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. So I'm expecting this to go way above 10 hours of screen on time. So I was going to say stay tuned for that. I will not be doing those battery drain tests, or just look like an absolute ball ache. So I will refer to someone else's battery drain test when they get round to doing it. But I think this is going to be good. Now, since we're talking about internals, I've already mentioned it's the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. This fingerprint sensor has been a pain. It's Android 14, Magic OS 8. There is Honor's own, I believe they call it A1 chip. I'll check that and I'll put an asterisk here. But there's an Honor own chip, and that helps with the AI and photography algorithms and all the stuff it helps to support. So I guess that gives me a good chance to go into the camera. Again, you can see how big all that text is. I love it. So there's video modes, there's movement modes, there's pro mode. So you've seen all the, if you've watched any Honor Magic 6 Pro reviews, you'll see all these YouTubers doing a jump in midair and it's capturing a great photo. That's because of the outstanding shutter speed on this main lens. So it's 50 megapixel, but it's this new Falcon sensor that Honor use, and it is just rapid. With a physical aperture that you can change from 1.4 to 2.0, which is nice. You've got your LED flash, you've got your sensors here for time of flight and depth for portrait. Your periscope, 180 megapixels. 180 megapixels is just phenomenal. And in a few minutes time, I'm going to show you a couple of examples of zooming in with this device. I think you'll like it. And then the ultra wide, 50 megapixel. The Magic 5 Pro was one of the sleeper phones of 2023. The Magic 6 Pro is absolutely not going to be a sleeper phone. It is just going to be one of the phones. Why does the screen keep going dark when I do that? That is annoying. So, that is a quick rundown of the Honor Magic 6 Pro. I'll throw it back to me in the studio / spare bedroom, and we'll talk about the cameras. Now, as far as the cameras go, I did do my usual bedroom window test using the zoom and ultra wide and all the lenses, and as I was expecting, I am damn impressed with all three lenses. Recap: 50 megapixel ultra wide, 50 megapixel main, and a 180 telephoto zoom lens. And again, as predicted, the 5 times, 10 times, even 20 times zoom on this phone is crystal clear. When you get beyond that, like most phones, it's gonna die. And at 100 times zoom, as you can see here, it's soft. But let's be honest, at the 2.5 times optical up to 10 times lossless zoom, which is what this phone basically gives you, those are the sweet ranges for most of your portrait photography, even your zoom photography. So this camera setup with its variable aperture main lens as well, so it goes from 1.4 to 2.0. It's just, yeah, I am looking forward to testing it in full, and I will be doing that this coming weekend in Geneva. I am going to the Geneva Motor Show, so I'm going to get some epic photos and videos from this device. So stay tuned for that camera video, and if you've not already, subscribe to the channel. So that was my first impressions / unboxing of the Honor Magic 6 Pro. I think we can all agree this is a solid choice for a more budget-friendly flagship device. It's only been a few hours, but in that time I am yet to find a fault with this device. I am delighted that it has lived up to the Magic 5 Pro experience so far. So after a few more days, I will drop some more content on it. As mentioned, that camera video will come out soon. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I respond to them all. And until next time.